Now, what has brought a lot of this up over the last couple of days, as well as just me being me, is Laurel Hubbard. You might be familiar with Laurel Hubbard. This one has taken the place of a woman in her early 20s for the New Zealand Women's Weightlifting Olympics team. This big, sweaty, to the max fucking has taken the place of a woman on the team. And you know, in the last few lifts, he lifted more than the next two competitors combined. Now, what he's lifting is not even vaguely in the realms of what male champions lift. But women, he can do it. But apparently the Olympic Committee says, okay, because his testosterone levels aren't too high. He's 6'8", weighs about 40 stone, has got a but his testosterone levels aren't too high. How is this right or fair? So just because I say that a woman shouldn't lose out on a spot to a fucking weak-elbowed fucking like this, I'm in the wrong. How is it so okay to throw women under the bus? How in the fuck do you square that shit away with yourself? Now, usually they say this doesn't happen often. It's name one, and now that Laurel Hubbard's come out with, oh, you've just got one person. Well, luckily, we have RipX for nutmeg. If you're not familiar, it's RIPX, the number 4, then nutmeg on Twitter. Follow that account. They do some serious research. They have provided a very long list of gentlemen that have displaced ladies from teams. Gentlemen in their 40s in women's athletics. Fucking blokes with saggy balls on women's teams. That can't be right, can it? I mean, there they are, young women in the prime of their fitness, in their early 20s, sharing a dressing room with a leathery old. It's like a bad porn film. So yeah, apparently misgendering people is far worse than crushing the dreams of people who have given their lives to excelling in what they do. Fuck those people, those cis women. They're not important. They're not marginalised. What was it I was told yesterday? You're a cis white man. You don't get to talk about this. It's at times like these that I have to exercise my white privilege. I'll talk about anything the fuck I like. That's how this shit works. You can't stop me. Get me banned on Twitter, I'll sit on alt feed being far worse every day. Fuck you people. Stop telling me what to think and say and do and believe. Stop. Fuck your feelings. Fuck them. The same way you should think about mine. It's fucking disgraceful, this hole that we've fallen into. Now, there are signs that we're pulling away from the madness, especially here in the UK, with Stonewall being slowly pushed aside, the growing realization that Mermaids is a fucking hell organisation, and that Gender GP really shouldn't be allowed to prescribe puberty blockers to children. Especially when the people behind Gender GP aren't even allowed to practice in the UK because they were not very good doctors. But they're allowed to prescribe life-altering drugs for kids. I mean, Graham, do you remember when Jamelia Jamal said that, oh yeah, half my classmates were on puberty blockers for heavy periods?
Yeah.
Well, we're laughing. I've seen that repeated today by a nurse.
Yeah. Well, they don't, that the problem, and it's a problem on the left and the right, but in terms of, it's a big problem in this particular area where they just read a headline or a tweet from a celebrity and it's fact. And it's fucking ridiculous.
Especially Jamelia Jamal.
Why would you get information from her? Like,
she's a fucking moron.
she's kind of fuckable. She's okay in that sitcom she's in, and that's it.
I
That's
don't know about the sitcom. I just know she's a fucking moron.
Yeah. You'd hate yourself afterwards, wouldn't you? Worse than we did after that McDonald's.
I wouldn't.
Would you not?
No, but my wife would hate me.
She'd hate me. I would. I'd feel so dirty.
Before I met my wife, that's generally how I felt anyway.
Can I just say as well, the person that was displaced was Kunini Manuma.
Of all the fucking people to read that out, Jesus.
Nini Manuma. I'm just going to pop her up there.
Mana.
Look, everyone just calls her Nini, but I just wanted to give her a shout out.
That poor young woman, though.
21.
That poor young woman. 21.
Would have been a first Olympics, apparently, yeah.
And it's some big, fat, sweaty fucking doing it instead.
Yeah. Like, literally, like, he...
Goodbye, YouTube.
Just, oh, yeah. Get your super chats in before it's
It's been great.